It's Dragon Ball time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Kame-Sennin, or Master Roshi, Mutant Roshi, whatever you prefer. I'm just gonna call him Master Roshi for the rest of the review, or just Roshi, because that's the name we all know, and that's the name most of us, have in our heads when we see this old guy. This has been a long time coming. I've been waiting on this, but it's kind of hard to order these things. Being in Europe is really bad if you want figures. So regardless of that, let's have a look at the figure. I am so glad we finally getting more Dragon Ball characters and something completely different. Hey, it's not a Goku. More on that later. Yeah, I got the new Goku also with this guy in the packaging, but we're sticking to this review right now. He stands at about, if I can straighten him out real quick without having him hunched over too much. Well, he's always hunched a little bit. 13.5 centimeters, almost 5.5 inches tall. The face sculpt is fantastic, and yes, he does come with sunglasses. Not that you freak out right now. There's obviously some of that. The beard is very nicely molded, and you have some detail. I love the paint job over here. First of all, this is molded in the ears, and then they use like a light brownish color to fill it up. And so it doesn't stand out too much, but it's there regardless. That's cool. I like that. Unless, you could have just molded that and not put the detail on there. It wouldn't have looked so nice. So going down for the rest, I mean, design-wise, it's simple. It is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball has been known for its simple design, really. I mean, the only character that would be kind of hard to draw is Cell, with all the detail on his skin tone. But for the rest of it, it's always simple stuff. But what is there is done nicely. They didn't add shading, and with me, it's back and forth with the shading issue with Figuarts. They don't really do it at all. Sometimes it's random, and in this scenario, you don't have any. But I usually don't mind it so much when it's like an anime figure that's supposed to be bright. And recently they had some random shading in the legs. Didn't do that for Roshi, so it's better without than just making like a splat in his crotch area, which we had like, I think, Vegeta or something. So yeah, rest out the figure, have some detail under the feet, and yeah, of course you have a turtle shell, but that's for the accessories. First, I want to have a look at the articulation. First and foremost, the head is on a small ball and then goes into a ball hinge, so it goes back, forward, goes to the side, and you can bring it all the way around. Is there something in the beard? I'm just wondering. No. Shoulder articulation. You got the double ball combination, you got one ball hinge in the shoulder and another ball in the chest area, so you can rotate that around. And you have a butterfly joint to bring that forward. So overall, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's working pretty well, so kudos to that. Goes up, then we have a bicep swivel in the bicep. Got the big ball hinge, ball joint in the elbow, covers up nicely, and another small ball hinge in the fist, so you can rotate that around, bring it back and forth. That's really the most standard stuff. For the chest articulation, you got two balls and a big peg in there, a long peg in there. Can you see it? There it is. I want to give you a look. So you got a combination of two balls, one in the upper torso area and one in the lower one. So overall, you can rotate that around, bring it side to side, and it doesn't go all the way around also. Not that you need to do it. And it's one of these things, it looks cleaner when you tuck it together, but you can pull it out for that much more range, and it's pretty squeaky. Nothing going on over here. This is just covered up with the soft plastic part of his outfit. And then we get to the crotch piece. That one rotates around. Let's get a little bit blocked. Doesn't really go all the way. And then for the legs, my favorite leg joints for the SH Figuarts. Well, my favorite leg joints in general. Nicely covered up. You have some rotation going on in the entire piece. And then it goes out to the side, goes forward, and goes to the back. And it also rotates around at the thigh. So overall, I love this one. I love this one. And it covers up everything nicely. It does get a little bit blocked, but it's still good. You have double hinge knees. Let me see. You have a hinge over there and there. The knee pad is kind of weird. I mean, it looks okay, but I kind of wonder if it would have been better if they just made another big ball joint in it. But regardless, it's all right. And then we have a flat ball hinge in your foot goes out to the side a lot. Always at an angle though, so be aware of that. And it goes forward, back, and we have your toe hinge, which doesn't really get anything. Very limited, but that's your articulation. For your accessories, I'm gonna start off with the one face, and that is really disappointing that we're only getting one face, to be honest. It is a nice face. He has the teeth, the tongue, really like a little bit of a purr face. Well, a lot of a purr face. Love the eyebrows also, and the little detail in between. So yeah, overall good looking, but only one? No nose bleeding, no none of that. No. Then we got sunglasses. They have the right color, yeah, and red with the metallic green. Let me just see how well that sticks on there. There's nothing to hold on. It doesn't have any pegs. It's not really molded extra, so it does stay on there. Okay, stability of that is okay. No complaint. We have something I forget actually. That's a pack to put in the back if you're not using the shell, so we don't have the hole exposed. Hands, we got two posing hands, kind of like going into a martial arts battle poses. Then we got one straight pointy finger and one not straight pointy finger for both hands. And what is this? Looks kind of weird. Why the fingers? Fingers are actually very detailed with the fingernails. I just realized that. That kind of threw me off there for a second. Then we got two chop hands. One is straight and one is kind of, you know, again, more in a martial arts pose. Then we got these two holding hands for the staff. You see how it's molded. It's really rounded in the middle. And then we got the last two special hands. Peace sign and a booby grab hand. Really important. Or to hold your Dragon Ball, I would assume. Yes, we got a Dragon Ball. It's a see-through plastic freestar Dragon Ball. Finally, we gotta get the Dragon Balls. I mean, that's locked in right now, right? I mean, we got Dragon Ball with Goku, and now we got one with Roshi. First, here's the shell, though, before we get more Dragon Balls. Very nicely detailed. I love all the stripes on there. And the middle part looks like you can't take it out. I don't know how that works. I'll have a look at the instructions later. I actually don't know why you can take this out. I'll let you know before I have the final thoughts. Then we have the staff, nicely molded, a little bit crooked, which it should be. And then we got the two straps to hold on to your turtle shell, which you just put in there and there. And then put the turtle shell on. And I'm going to put all this together and see you right back at the final thoughts. Wait, one more thing though, he has a base. He has a base. I'm sorry, I almost forgot about that. But yeah, we get a base with Roshi, so that's cool. So anyway, scale-wise, I think I gotta look at the bigger picture. And the fact is, you know, Kid Goku's just too big. He's just too tall. Because if I'm having Master Roshi next to Awakening Goku, for example, he does stack up very nicely. So overall, yeah. He's in scale with everybody else, but just like Kid Goku is a little bit too big. But that's alright. I mean, Kid Goku was a good figure. And if they would have made it smaller, they couldn't have put all that articulation into that. But yeah, I did the Kid Goku review a long time ago. Why am I talking about that? I don't know, sizes and stuff. Final thoughts of this figure, but before, one more thing, you can take off the beard and you can switch the faces around with that. And I forgot to show you the neck articulation, I'm sorry about that. You can really have the pose where he kind of stretches out the neck and the head, like I'm doing it right now. And finally, the thing with the staff is he really just holds on to it really high up. He doesn't have the tightest grip on it as it is, so be careful with that. And then finally, why can you take this piece out? Well, you can take this piece out because there's a hole in it for the base. Ta-da! You actually have a pagan base this time around, like a Figma. They're stealing things. So yeah, final thoughts of this figure. He's great. I can't really fault him for anything. As I mentioned before, the shading, it's not really an issue. But overall, design is good. You have a Dragon Ball, you have tons of hands. He could use another face, really. I'm talking like bleeding nose or something where his mustache goes out a little bit more, where he gets, you know, where he gets slapped in the face, or maybe like a red hand on the face or something like that. I know I'm maybe reaching a little bit too far, but this is a guy who has, you know, the man of 1,000 expressions and really goofy expressions, which we had a lot more in Dragon Ball than we had in Dragon Ball Z, but still, I would have liked to have more. And quality control issues as I was putting him in pose. We have some black spots in the white and some white spots in the purple shell. So what's up with that? I don't know, but that's quality control issue that I hope that's not on yours. So, you know, just my usual luck. But regardless of all of that, I think the figure looks great. The articulation is actually very nice. It's super impressive around the shoulder area in particular. But yeah, for the rest of it, I do recommend this guy, and I hope they roll out more Dragon Ball figures soon. And he does stand without the base as I almost knock over my tripod. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Master Roshi wants.